Hey guys, I wanted to do a video blog today. It's going to be really short because I got some stuff to do. But one, I'm here. I'm alive. Two, I'm doing stuff. I've got a demo set that I am building again. You guys know that I've had a demo set. I'm a Mantic Pathfinder. You guys knew that I had a demo set already because I had done pictures and stuff on my blog about it, but that was with my personal stuff. This time, I've decided to I had an extra two-player battle set laying around, so I started painting it up in a different paint scheme, so that I can differentiate it from my own armies, keep it together, and not have to deal with it anymore. Not have to take stuff out of storage. Not have to make lists up, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's that. I've also started on a new subsection of my undead army called the Army of the Crimson Tower. Is the subsection. I know it's not a full army, but still. Red zombies at the moment. Red, red, red. That is the main color. I try to keep warm colors with my undead because the main scheme is like a brownish or off brown, so I try to keep warmer colors. The exception of this is green because that's my spell color. So like any magic effects or spirits, that kind of thing, are all in green. But yeah. So third thing, Nagash is coming out. I don't generally talk about Games Workshop because I despise them for their pricing shenanigans, for their screwing up of Australia. The Australian hobbyists are really hurting right now, and for everything else they do. But they're coming out with Nagash. He is my favorite character in Warhammer lore. He's one of the characters that got me into undead. So I figured since I'm updating about my undead, I would mention it. So yeah, Nagash is coming out. Woo! That is the only thing you'll see me woo about from Games Workshop, probably in ever, because I like Kings of War better now. Warhammer's getting bloated, but yeah. That does not stop me from using the occasional Games Workshop model in my army. In fact, there's a whole section of my army from when it was Tomb Kings that is GW, which I don't mind using, but I try to use my Mantic stuff more because I like Mantic, I support Mantic. But in that instance, I have Tomb Guard. These are newer figures, but I was able to pick up a couple box sets from a friend of mine who was quitting the hobby entirely. So I said, hey, yeah, sure. Grab them, start painting them, that kind of thing. Otherwise, I've been doing one-off projects, two-off projects, things like that. Undead Paladins, Basilian Paladins. I've been redoing my basing structure. I'm magnetizing everything to movement trays. And for storage, I've made up storage containers where the bottom is like a piece of steel, and they'll just magnet onto that for storage and then go onto their trays for gaming. And yeah, I'm using a company called Shogun Miniatures for that. Shout out to Rob from Shogun. He does great work. The bases, actually I have an example here, are really, really, really awesome. They're also inexpensive, which is the great part. But so this is a unit of Basilian Paladins, which, as you can see, are on their Mantic bases. But they are completely magnetized. So what I did was, this may not show up, but it's a two-layer technique. You've got the Mantic base there, and then you've got a magnet on the bottom. And Rob sells these the magnet bases to pre-cut sizes. He has them all on his website, and he also sells the trays, and they are very inexpensive as well. So I'm redoing all of that to make everything magnetized. That's at least for fantasy. For sci-fi stuff, They're all on resin bases, and Rob does not do circular magnets at the moment. So they're all going into, the usual foam carry case tray type things. But for my fantasy stuff, all speed ahead on magnetics. I'm also cataloging everything I have as I paint it, and I'm actually doing basing now. Oh my god, gods, pardon me. But yeah, I'm getting some basing done. It is the worst part of the hobby to me. Some of you already know that because you know me. I dislike basing a lot, but I'm getting there. So I decided, okay, since I'm redoing all the bases anyway, since I am doing new transportation techniques, I might as well get it all out of the way. So I'm working on that. I've got about 200 miniatures here that need to be based, so we'll get there. In the meantime, I'm cataloging things as I go so that I know what I have, which is a great thing. I'm also eagerly awaiting the end of the Dwarf King's Quest Kickstarter because I'm a backer, and Mantic has consistently shown a lot of new stuff on this. Not so much for the setting, because I mean we had demons, we had humans, we had undead, we had orcs, that kind of thing, but they're doing some really interesting sculpts, and they're giving you a lot of new stuff with it. So the base pledge is worth $100 to me right now. I also added for both the expansions, and they have an undead Dwarf King. So I got an extra of that in resin, and I'm going to paint him up for my undead army. But yeah, so I'm looking really forward to seeing the outcome of it. It ends in 5 days as of the time of this video, taking this video. Please go support Mantic on this Kickstarter if you guys are interested in a dungeon delving adventure of awesomeness and fun that you can possibly get your significant other in on. Because it is really fast and fun. Jake does really good rules. But yeah, so that should end in 5 days. I unfortunately won't be here to see it through to the end. This weekend I'm going to up north for a bit to go camping because I am part of a medieval recreation group. I haven't mentioned this on my video blog for a while, but I'm part of a medieval recreation group called the Society for Creative Anachronism. You guys can go check it out. It's sca.org. We do a lot of cool stuff, but I'm going up to a meeting for that this weekend up north. So I'm going to be having fun this weekend. And then I come home and semester's up, so I'm doing school stuff and painting. So yeah. Catch you on the flip side, guys. Lord Marcus out.